Okay, back for the last sort of wrap up frequently asked questions, I suppose. Um, Quite commonly, quite often, what crops up is that people feel they might be embarrassed in a hypnosis session to say how they really feel, or to say what's really bothering them, or to maybe divulge something that they've not told anyone but they've been desperate to tell someone. Or it could be they're just afraid that they might cry in front of me. So to reassure those sorts of fears, and it's not just the female clients I see. I mean, 90 plus of my clients are female. So it's always about trust and confidentiality, and that connection between you and me as a client and as a therapist. Which is why I do the consultations. You've got to meet me and see, do I seem like a normal, sensible person who can help you? And if we don't click or we don't connect, then don't book, because you have to connect. For any talking therapy, you've got to connect with that person. There must be something about me and something about you that somewhere on some level feels comfortable, feels safe, and feels there's a connection. So that's the first thing, and if you've got that, it's much easier to then say how you feel, and if you cry, you don't feel so bad. There's always tissues here in the therapy room if tears come out, and they're nothing to be afraid of, nothing to be ashamed of. I cry quite frequently. I'm quite proud of it. I don't mind. It doesn't bother me. Obviously, if I was crying in public, I feel a bit silly, but actually, I don't really care what they think. It's how I feel that matters. So if tears come out, absolutely, that's quite common. But they're always followed by a feeling of, wow, like something's just lifted or let go. I've yet to experience anyone in a therapy room cry and feel bad. It just doesn't happen. If the tears come out, they're coming out for a damn good reason. And usually that's almost 99.999% of the time followed by a feeling of, thank goodness it's gone, or it's out, or I've said it, or whatever. But here's the other interesting thing. You don't have to tell me anything. For hypnosis to work, I can work without any content at all. And you see the term maybe batted around, content-free hypnosis. Nothing magical about that at all. It just means that actually I can work with you. You can keep all of your thoughts internal. And if you think that you don't want to say something because it's the most awful thing and you think I'll be shocked or embarrassed, or you'll be embarrassed or shocked, don't tell me. Doesn't matter. As long as you are thinking of the issue, as long as you are going through the process of thinking about that issue or problem in your mind, I can work with that. Your external body language will give me whether it's a positive or a negative direction we're taking. And we can work without you telling me any of your issues or worries or fears. So you don't even have to feel embarrassed about telling me what it is you're struggling with. As long as you have it in mind in the session, then the suggestion around that issue will still work just the same way. I suppose it's a case of, as a therapist, there's maybe a little more of a challenge for me to see if I can pin down what the issue is and get you to work with it and eject it, throw it away, reframe it and change it. But really that's not a huge difference from someone who's talking out loud and telling me all their problems or all their worries or all their fears. So always be assured that anything that you don't want to say, you don't have to say, because we can work without that content. I don't need to know to change it. I just need you to think about it in the session. Likewise, if you do tell me everything and you spill everything about all your life's problems, your worries, your fears, your body image, your confidence, any of that stuff, it stays in here with me. For two reasons. One, I wouldn't share my secrets with someone, so I certainly won't share yours. Two is I just would never do that, because of course it's unethical, but it'd be the end of my career for starters. And for three is, if I told someone something and asked them or told them in confidence, I expect them to keep it that way. If they don't, they are very quickly not a friend. Very, very quickly not a friend. So to reassure you on all those things, of course, anything you say in this room stays in this room. And that, you have an absolute word on that. A, you have my word. B, as an ex-police employee, police officer, my word is my bond. And actually that's how I run my life, with my children, with my friends, with my family. And it's really important to feel that you can trust, because if there isn't trust, two-way trust in a session, the session won't work. It really won't work. So all those fears, all those worries, all those things, this is why they have the consultation, is you can ask any questions. There are no stupid questions. I ask loads of questions that I think are stupid, and then I get an answer and think, actually, that wasn't that stupid at all. It was a genuine concern or a genuine worry. So always ask questions, always speak to me, and in the session, what you say is entirely up to you. How much you say is entirely up to you. You can say everything, or you can keep it all internal. The key is, as long as you are thinking about it while we're doing the session, the result will come out the same way. So hopefully that answers some of the final sort of questions. But if there's any other frequently asked questions you can think of, or any other questions or concerns you have, then drop me a line, DM me, pop me an email, log onto the website, and just ask the question, and I will answer you as soon as I get a gap. Okay, hope you've enjoyed this series of questions. Hope it's allayed any fears or worries, and answered some of the queries around hypnosis, and more importantly, demystified the nonsense around hypnosis. It really is safe. It really is wonderful. It's just one of the best things you can experience. So hopefully if you come along, you'll soon discover what that's like. Okay, take care. See you soon. Bye.